Hey everybody, this is Ori from AstroWeb, and I wanted to create this next video or this video as one of the kind of additional analytics series videos, and this one is about e-commerce tracking. So we've created one about how to install analytics, one for goal setup, and now we're talking about e-commerce tracking. So very simply, if you have an e-commerce site, you're selling something in addition to installing a Google Analytics, you want to install this extra code to track your e-commerce tracking. So you want to basically track not just people that visit your site and saw many pages and stayed on longer. You want to track the amount of money that they spent on your website, which products that they bought, which categories they bought, if they bought multiple products, what they did, and then with this data you can come to a lot better conclusions on how to optimize your business, what to spend more money. Maybe your paid ads are working very good and they're worth spending more money on. Maybe your SEO, maybe your social media, maybe return customers are what you need to spend more time on. And adding this extra functionality is really going to help. So basically, sorry, I just want to check that the screen sharing was on. So the first thing you need to do is after you have a website and you have everything set up, you want to go to google.com's analytics developer section, and it's basically this page, and I'll share it. It's developers.google.com/analytics/dev guides collection, GAJS, basically Google Analytics JavaScript, and then tracking e-commerce. And you want to read this to actually how to implement it. And I'm going to explain it very shortly, and I'll be happy to answer any questions you may have in the comment section. So after you do it, basically you want to read and understand what these things are. What is this transaction object? What is all that? So really, in short, if you go down to the bottom of this page, you'll have examples. And so what you need to do, and let's take this recommended asynchronous syntax. What you need to do is in your code on your shopping cart, if it's a Magento or if it's any kind of big commerce or a scroll cart or any of those OS commerce, what you want to do is on the specific template in the specific area of where your shopping cart controls where a successful order has been placed, you want to add this code. You want to add this script, this JavaScript right here to the code. And I'm just going to explain it very quickly, the idea, and then it's pretty simple. So the first few lines basically set up what account. So this should be replaced with your user ID. It's going to track a page view on your cart successful or transaction successful. And here, this is the add transaction. So here's where you want to actually include things like what is the ID, maybe the SKU of the transaction, or the ID of the transaction. What is your name? What is the pricing, the tax, the shipping, all these numbers that help kind of get more data later. Where is maybe the shipping address? What is the information you want to include? And then this is basically the transaction total. Now, what you want to do in addition is add right here, add item. So if someone purchased one item, let's say one T-shirt, then you'll add the specifics. What is the SKU of the T-shirt right here? What is the ID? What was it? What product in what category what was the price, and then the quantity. So you can add actually a few more fields to it, but what you have to make sure is every time you have an item, so let's say you ordered 2 items, you want to add another item and another item, so you track everything as best as possible. And then this is kind of the rest of the Google Analytics code, pretty straightforward. So read over this, and then you can implement it. So what we would do basically is if we're on our FTP, we would actually go into our into our area, our cart area, and this is scroll cart for this example. Go to the theme section, and then go to, let's see here, go to one of the transactions. So that basically the checkout template, and I don't want to just open this, but go to the template and then edit it and then place it exactly where a cart successful or a transaction successful is. Pretty straightforward. So I'm going to show you, once we installed it, a little bit about the overview in analytics. So here's kind of just an overview. So this is analytics plugged in. So when you do it correctly, and one more thing I almost forgot, is in your account settings, sorry, not account settings. Let me try to remember where this is. Let's go back to um, property settings, I believe. I apologize. Every now and then they change the template, and I'm a little confused right here. So user management tracking info, marketing. Let's try to find it. So there, what we're looking for is you should enable in the analytics admin the e-commerce on, so it knows that it's an actual e-commerce site. So custom. So well, let's see what we have here. Um, so we did enable Webmaster Tools, and let's go back see what I missed here. Okay, sorry about that. So it's under the view profile right here, um, and then the view settings. And then what you want to do is make sure your e-commerce tracking is on. Okay. Also, in addition, you always want to enable AdWords, the AdWords connection, linkage, and also your Webmaster Tools, and that always helps, especially with AdWords, if you want to monitor kind of the e-commerce tracking between AdWords. So let's go back. And when you go back to reporting, in the conversion section on the bottom, you have an e-commerce tab. So what you can do is you can actually see revenue, what are the more popular products, and then SKUs and categories that were more popular. And then you can funnel them down and kind of learn a lot of stuff. What is your average value? All these very, very important stuff. But I want to even take it further. And you're basically looking at the last 30 days of what the actual average of everything is. But averages of all of your sources, people who know about you that went to your website directly, or people that came from Facebook, or people that came from Google Plus. So you don't want to average too much stuff. So what you want to do as a simple thing is you want to segment them into different sections and figure out what are your more important avenues that you can improve, or what are the ones that are not doing good that you can actually either spend less money or time or spend more and optimize them. So I'm going to go here to the traffic sources and all traffic. And if you enabled e-commerce, you should have another button or tab, I don't know how you call it, right here called e-commerce. So if you notice, now I have all of my sources, and then I have Google Organic, Direct, Yahoo, and then paid ads. And you can see which ones are worth more. What is the worth of each? What am I making the most money on? So in this case, it's Google Organic, the SEO, traffic. How many transactions? What is my average value in my e-commerce tracking a conversion rate? And you can see that, for example, Yahoo has a much higher conversion rate than on Google SEO. So, why is that? Let's try to research. Can we get more traffic from Yahoo? What is it doing better? What are the products that people are buying on Yahoo, and on and on. And these are still low numbers, but getting data and understanding better is really important. So you can even take it further. Let's take a look at the keywords that people typed in to actually purchase. So let's sort it out by transaction. You can see that, just for example here, that someone typed in reading glasses and the actual prescription they wanted, and they actually bought from me. So maybe I want to kind of spend more time selling reading glasses, or promoting more very specific prescriptions or colors or products or categories, and on and on. And so you can segment by many things. I mean, you have advanced segments, and you can do by maybe mobile users versus desktop users. So maybe if you don't have a mobile ready site and you notice that all of your purchases are coming from desktop, but yet you have a large percentage of visitors coming from mobile, then you have to adjust. Then you have to, just take the data and try to filter with all the things you have here, with secondary dimensions, with mediums, with customization and segments, and just really take it far and use the data to make wise decisions. So I hope you enjoyed this video. Let me know if you have any questions about more detailed segments, or just the installation maybe, or whatever questions you have, and we'll be happy to help with that. And thank you for listening to this video. Thank you.